And the button's been hit again.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Let's hope it doesn't fuck up, because it's got no reason to. I've got nothing going on right now. Alright, so back where we were, you spotted the bells.
Right. Now, if I cut the rope, are the bells going to jingle?
It looks like disturbing the string at all would make them move around. Like, there's tension, so once that tension's gone, or increased, it's going to jangle them.
So anything's going to jangle them. Okay. Well, I'm going to point the tripwire out to everybody, so hopefully they don't trigger it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where once you know it's there, it's pretty obvious. It was very close to the floor, though. It would have scuffed a toe.
Right. So I've done that. Everybody should be happy. I'm going to go down.
Down,
Zazzle's going to have a hold a stone. It sounds...
Okay, give me a perception check, Zarzul. As you admire this stony orb. You know, it doesn't really look a whole lot like a beholder, it just looks like a ball.
Oh well. Put the stone down and move on.
Do I ask if that hexagonal rock down the bottom there is important, or is it just...
It looks distinct. It blends in with the rest of the architecture, at least. It looks like that sort of dull, faded stone. Ah, Malgurn.
Right.
Now that you're here, you can see the remaining zombie. However, it is standing there, whispering. And as you look at it, it's rotted in the face quite extensively. You can see the skull poking through, or maybe not. You can see white poking through the skin. And it slowly starts to shift a little bit as part of its leg rots away. And you can see that where the right eye should be, everything inside there's been scooped away and replaced with a round white object, and there's an eye looking through the wrenched open socket. You can see through the left eye socket a cracked smile.
Does it notice me?
It's
Or can I tell if it
looking
notices?
right at Rain. She's not even visible from where the zombie is, but it's looking right where she'd be standing in a straight line.
I'm gonna stop immediately, kind of tap at her to try to get her attention. There's a zombie up this hallway. I think it can see you. I don't know why, but just quiet.
I stare at him like he's grown a third head.
What? Do you not understand? Zombie room.
So
It's
why
looking right at you.
So why don't we kill it?
Well, what else is up there? I'm not going in alone.
Zombie! Guys, we have a
Yeah,
zombie.
just like that weedy little orc that took me out, right?
Go kill the zombie.
Yeah, go get him,
I
says
clutch my
Cornelius.
tosser. I have my hand on my tosser.
By the way, you can see behind it is a statue that looks menacing but angelic. It is a cloaked warrior-like figure with wings of feather.
But I clearly see walls, right? So
Yeah,
I
you
know
see
that...
walls as well.
Okay.
And it is... Yeah. It is just the upper body. No legs.
Okay. So I know that there's nothing... Well,
And you
provided
can also-
they don't break through a wall again.
Now, if I didn't make a clear description, the doll head is inside the zombie's head.
Oh, God.
That's the white he can see through this rotten skin.
Oh.
That's the eye he can see looking out of one eye socket and the smile looking out of the other.
Alright, I don't like the look of that. And since I see the walls, I'm pretty certain he's alone. Can I toss it from here? Do I have a shot?
Yeah, you can toss it.
Alright. Oh, that's my inventory. Wrong one.
It hits. There is a puff of dust. And the zombie falls.
Never mind. Took care of it. It's fine. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Let's see this zombie who apparently wants to eat my bacon. So I head on over here to go look at the thing.
You can see that the top of the head is gone. And the whole head is sort of collapsed in on itself. There's no skull.
There's no skull at all.
No brain. No eyes.
There's not even any eyes here.
But there's still enough for it to whisper.
Malgern, how could it look at me? It ain't got eyes.
Do I hear the whispers?
You all hear the whispers.
Well, it's obviously talking, so I don't fucking know. You're the expert here. You tell me.
Cornelius, give me a wisdom save.
This is how we die. Burning hands, the entire room.
Hey, I'm out of the room a bit, so I'm safe.
I don't know. If he gets his fireball in the right place, he'll probably get us all.
Or burning sphere, he could just throw that thing up the hallway.
Cornelius, if you have a
I'm about
knife
to get ice cubed.
or a sun blade, you're going to use it against the rogue in front of you.
Big oof.
It's okay, I'm shitting with a knife.
It's okay, you had surprise.
You asshole.
No, because it's pretty obvious because there's this moment where there's a fucking flash of light behind Siegfried, and he's alert to things coming up from behind him. As he manages to just dart to the side.
I was gonna say, that would have been a dick move.
You could use your inspiration if you want. Get a reroll.
No, that's
Oh,
bad.
that's how you're gonna get it out of him, yeah. I mean, that may have worked with me and Rain, but I don't have an inspiration, so... Fucking comedy of errors.
And Rain, in this chamber with the angelic statue, you notice that there is a very faint glow coming from the little platform here, the little dais.
Guys, this angel-like statue thing is glowing.
No, just that little platform in front of it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
What you'd recognize as a sort of offering plate.
Obviously, I don't touch it or anything, but I'm just kind of looking it over a little
Go
bit.
ahead, inspect it.
I'm not touching it. I will look it over.
You can look
Which
with
kind
more
of
than your
roll?
eyes. Look with your hands.
Not this way. Would that be a history?
It'd be a religion,
maybe.
actually, as you're trying to... Well, it's up to you. It could be religion or history. Because you've studied both.
Is this an acrobatics check? Sure, why not?
I'll try and do a history check on this. Because I'm also curious.
Let's see
I'm
here.
gonna let the weird casty people be curious.
Religion, it definitely has hallmarks of some kind of celestial, nothing too specific. And the face itself is actually hooded, and it wasn't carved with a face. It's just smooth stone. It's a statue of an angel. That's Zarzul's impression. The staff it's holding...
Thing with wings.
Yeah, the staff it's holding looks like some magic implement. And Cornelius, you're the one who recognized it. You've seen a few accounts of this kind of legendary artifact. It's a staff of healing. It is a magic item, but it contains within it some of the most powerful restoratives and resurrection magics. Only
Good,
very
maybe
few
we'll
of them
finally
are-
get a healer.
Very few of them are even rumored to exist. Because once they expend their use, that's it, they are gone.
So is that the actual staff or just a depiction of the staff?
It's just a depiction.
Okay.
Because it's 15 foot long and made of stone.
Could be for a giant.
Could be. Not a whole lot of giant wizards, though. Not yet.
Yet.
Henry, it definitely seems like it doesn't trigger anything specific that you've studied on. But there is a very strange incongruity between the menace of it. It's a very warrior-like figure, but it's armed with a healing staff. But it also has this intimidating presence, because the statue actually looms forward.
Alright, maybe once we go and deal with the other creature, this will make a little more sense. I don't want to play with these just yet until we have the full picture.
I would agree.
So I'm gonna go to leave.
So did that?
So we've done 3 of these hexagonal plates around the place so far.
Yeah, does this one actually exist?
Yeah, if you get an eye on it, you recognize it. Siegfried didn't see any of them. Although now he's seen the angel one. Yeah, that plate looks identical.
So we probably have something hidden in the rock over here, too.
Actually, no. There we go, sorry about that. If there is anything, it's not been carved through the stone yet.
Well, yeah, that's what I was meaning, is chances are if something was there, it's not. And this room is completely devoid, right?
Yeah, it's just sunk as you splash through the utterly still water. It's kind of weird, actually. As your feet hit it, there's barely any movement. Barely any noise.
Well, guys, ready to go deal with whatever that thing we don't know is?
No.
Might as well.
I meant that as a rhetorical.
The USD is back up. You notice, right?
But we
The
also...
unseemly
I don't think it's going to help a whole lot.
Don't touch the sarcophagus, unlike last time.
Wasn't going to.
What you find, this was a burial chamber. This was a mausoleum. At the end there is a solid wall.
Oh, yeah. Is this going to be one of those things where I think it is? Because Zarzul, the undead thing is on the other side of this wall, isn't it?
yeah. Anyone got a sledgehammer? Or hang on, there's a path we haven't. Is there a path we haven't followed yet?
No, you've gone through it all.
Okay.
I have a feeling...
Do I notice anything about the stonework on the wall?
You feel along its... You don't find any kind of seam.
Okay.
It again feels... It feels used up. But it still feels fucking sturdy.
I got nothing. This is solid.
Are we sure it's solid? Because if you look at the rest of this, this ain't right. This whole thing ain't right.
Okay, genius, and you tell me what it is.
I'd wagers whatever we have to do has to do, and I love your attitude, has to do with those statues and those little pedestals.
While she's talking, I'm kind of mouthing and imitating her.
It's a little weird when you toss your head back the same way she does. There's no hair movement from you because of a hat and the helmet, but the beard goes flowing.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't like doing this, but I think maybe we might want to have to check out the sarcophagus.
All right, Miss Kellamvor, that's all you.
I'll check the sarcophagus just out of curiosity.
Curiosity, by which you mean it might have something I want in it.
And that's how he died.
But more as in studying if there's something about the sarcophagi.
Alright, so this one here you're going to push open? Oh, the one you're... There we go.
No, I'm not pushing it open. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can identify about, like, markings.
Alright,
See
give
if I
me an
can-
investigation.
Okay, one an investigation instead of a history.
Yep. Yeah, you look it over. This looks... You've seen kind of similar things before when you've been forced to go on a few, you know, gotta show up at the funeral, gotta save face with the rival families and all that there. This does look like a very fancy kind of carving, but it's very old. And all the fine detail, the identifying mark, like you can see that there's a person carved onto this, a relief it was meant to be of a person inside, but the face is mostly crumbled. You can see that there's a lot of scratches on the arms and the shield on his chest where the coat of arms used to be. It looks like it's been scoured over as if the zombies were clawing at to try and pry it off. So it looks fine. It looks old, it looks expensive, but it has been defaced horribly.
And is it like that with all the sarcophagus?
It varies a bit, but yeah, they've all kind of... Like, all the shields have been like the one big place to grab, and those have just been scoured down. There are inches deep grooves in the stonework. A few of the faces are intact, and they look very gaunt, very thin, very tall.
Well, guess we're going to be a mystery about the culture and place this was.
I opened this one.
Oh no. Oh no. What have you done?
This one, right?
Yep,
Alright.
Jesus.
Con save.
I figured.
As you
It's
just
old.
shove this open, and there is a gust of greenish tinged powder getting issued from the back corner. Doo-ba-doo. You take 7 points of damage, poison damage, and you can see now as the lid falls off there is a mechanism. There is a spring catch, there is a small bag of powder. And that dust
All right.
was fucking horrible.
Hey, Siegfried.
As her eyes are watering
Yes?
and her throat is hoarse.
You'll have to check these for traps.
There's still a lot of dust covering her hair, on her shoulders.
Just go. Siegfried.
Okay. Well, I guess I better get started then, or else we'll be here all day.
With the one that's open, what's in it?
Nothing.
Not even a person.
Oh,
There
that's the
is
check
there is
for-
obvious signs that there was a person here. There was a groove. There was worn out, but then you realize there were zombies. It's a bit of an equation here.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Siegfried, you wisely take a look at that trap first as an example, so you got something to compare to. Then you realize all these lids are pretty heavy stone. You may need assistance here, because just running a dagger under them might not be enough. You can't really just lean them open. But you're
Well,
fairly
I do
certain.
have a crowbar, I believe.
You're fairly certain that one and that one have the same powder trap. The others look clean.
Okay. I point out which ones do have the powder trap. And then I'm guessing I'm going to start the grave robbing of the one right next. Does anybody want to back up away from what I'm about to do?
Strangely, the devil is at
At
your
least
side.
Castalia be fine with me. If you
Nope,
trust
never
me.
mind.
Okay.
Actually, I do. I do.
Okay,
Right,
the devil's
I'm
at
gonna-
your back,
I'm-
Siegfried, as you go into the unknown.
Should we be outside the room or in it while he's doing this? I
Too
mean,
late now.
we might be trapped in here.
That would be a horrible thing to happen. I sure hope it doesn't. How are you opening it, Siegfried?
Well, I believe I got a crowbar, so I'm going to use that to at least slightly lift the lid to make sure that nothing truly bad's about to go and attack.
As you slide in the crowbar, you have to wiggle it a bit, actually. I'm going to need athletics or strength. You have advantage.
There's any difference between those rolls?
It's only if you got a proficient in it. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to get purchase eventually. If you scuff a bit of the finish. It's not quite going to seal up properly again, but you manage to wedge it in. And just push back a corner so you can peer in. And inside you see a little bit of a glitter. You can see a ring. And also an incredibly ancient and eroded sword. Made of stone.
A stone sword? Okay. Right. I'm going to have to get the lid off. Do I see... Actually, I'm going to do another investigation, make sure I didn't
You can
miss a
reach
trap.
in.
Right. First up, I'm going to wedge open the top so it can't fall down on...
I'm just saying, you could reach in right now.
Yes, your point.
You don't have to go for all this rest of a rigmarole. You could just reach in.
You just want an arm, don't you?
Okay, so you're going to brace it first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to put a rock or two on the
Easy enough.
underneath the ends, so it's...
You grab a chunk of stone that looks like a face and just think, oh well, he'll do the job.
Yep. And I'm going to go for the sword.
Yep, but give me a wisdom save first. Siegfried, as you're reaching down, you take another look at that piece of stone you lodged in. It's your face.
God damn it, ancestors! Why do you do this to me?
But then a few moments pass as you sort of stand there catatonic, and then you realize it's nothing like yours. It's actually a woman's face. Very fine features. Very high cheekbones, too. So you're reaching for the sword.
Yep.
And yes, remember, the whispers are incessant. They're distant, but incessant. As you grab hold of it, the handle feels like it could do 2 hands, but the blade itself has been worn down to... it's got a rounded tip and all. It looks like it would serve as a longsword. It's heavy as hell, though. It feels a lot denser than it should be.
Well, as I get it out, I'm going to ask if anybody recognizes it.
It's very plain. As you grip it too, it is incredibly cold. It is numbing your fingers.
Right. I'm going to lean it up against the edge of the coffin and say, if anybody wants to have a look at that and see if that's actually going to be any use, well and good. There seems to be a ring in there still, but I'm leaving that be at this point in time. Some poor other bastard will have to go for that one.
Tassel grabs the ring.
You now have a ring.
How's it look?
Circular. A hole in the middle.
Excellent.
Looks like it's made out of pretty good quality silver, although it's a bit tarnished on the inside.
Any inscriptions? Just fine.
No inscriptions. The tarnished bit looks like it might have very faint previous etchings in it, but it's long worn out. Or filled in.
Right. I think it was the one on the right there that was untrapped.
Yeah, the one Cornelius is by.
Yep. Okay. I get my crowbar out and start threatening the coffin with it and seeing how many people run away.
Zarzul does not help as he stands on the lid. Having learned nothing.
I was going to help with that athletics.
He already has advantage because of a crowbar, but yeah, if you haul it up. You guys pry it open. Inside you can see the residue that a body was there. There is a dark shape of a person just soiled into the stone.
Okay. Nothing else interesting in there?
Doesn't look it, no. It looks pretty clean. There's no, just a pat around. Nothing feels anything but solid rock.
Right. Okay. Slowly close the coffin, please.
I slam the lid closed.
There was a resounding crash of stone that echoes, then continues to echo, then gains volume as it comes back, before stopping.
Right. Actually, can any of us actually still hear at the moment? Or are we yelling at each other still?
You can hear again. Yeah, the ringing is still slightly there, but you've got your hearing back. You also hear something else, Siegfried, as you get closer to Rain. Take a moment and imagine you're surrounded by opponents. What is your first response, Siegfried?
Wait. Is it mad that we haven't been answering, so now it's going to target us individually?
Did the stone fucking fail its wisdom check?
Right. Okay.
By the way,
The
you
coffin
all
that I'm
heard
next
that.
to, I believe, was... Yeah. The coffin that I'm next to is one that I haven't found a trap in, right?
Just leave the stone. Why are you keep carrying this?
Right. Okay. I'm going to ignore that and start with the crowbar again.
No, near enough. Yeah, once again, you pry it open. Are you going the whole way or just a little wedge?
Just a little wedge at this point in time.
As you get a glance in, you see a shard of stone. It's very fine. It's curved like a crescent shape, but, shallow.
Right. Okay. I'm going to prop up the lid so I don't have to worry about it falling. And then I'm going to gently remove this piece of stone.
It's a bit of a weight, but you're able to drag it out. It takes both hands as you pull it out, and as it sits in your grip, some parts of it are a little more narrow. The rest is polished and keen-edged. And as you clutch it, from one tip, it starts to just spill with soil and dirt and dust. But then as you watch it, it doesn't go with gravity. It goes from one point to the other in a straight line.
Magical stone piece. Anybody want to look?
Magical stone, you say?
Looks like no one cares. Moving on.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I care about a magical stone, because we might need to be using this for the pedestal things.
Well, to give it away a bit, it looks like the frame of a bow. But made of
Frame of
stone.
a book.
Now interested.
It's a
Well,
long
we
bow.
had one angel with a spear. We have a sword and we've got a bow.
So Clearly,
They
this is a
have
fire emblem. It is a fire emblem puzzle. We have to defeat each of them with their respective sweetness.
Or we just give the thing what they need.
Sarzul's going to have a quick peek around the corner at the demon-type statue. Does it look like it should be holding a sword or a bow?
It looks like both hands are empty, yeah. Only one is sort of gripped. The other is just open-palmed, pointing at the dais.
Does it seem to be positioned that it hold a bow in or a sword?
It looks like it's more for a one-hand. It doesn't look like it's any kind of bow position. I mean, there's no arrows or a quiver on either.
Okay, so demon gets sword.
Alright, so since the angel was glowing, let's give the angel the thing first.
I think the angel might have its thing.
No, the thing was glowing.
Yeah, but it might be an indicator that congratulations, you've unlocked the first.
Yeah,
You might
it's
have
got
already solved the first part.
the angel has a staff. We've got two other places that want things. The demon seems to be more interested in the sword, so we can give the bow to the one that's got nothing at them. No statue.
And the
Yeah,
sword was cold. And was the water also cold, or was it just still?
Oh no, the room with the water was incredibly cold because there's water. You know, it was colder than the rest of the area, which is just stone.
Yeah, but that wasn't where the sword thing went anyways. That's where the bow would go.
Yeah. Zazzle's going to probably end up... No, he can probably lift the sword.
Yeah, you're strong as hell. You could lift both of them.
And take it over...
Wait.
Yeah?
Just wait for some of us to just,
Well, as they're streaming out the room, I'm going to have a look at the last coffin. Is it the last coffin that I made now?
Yeah,
Really
let's
close
say.
to, anyway.
Might as well, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use my crowbar again.
The crowbar that could have saved Zarzul's short sword.
I wasn't around at the time. Wasn't next to him at the time, if I remember rightly. I can't remember.
It's a bit of a strain. You're kind of scuffing your feet. You're trying to jump a bit on the crowbar to actually get it to move. But you manage to sort of skitch it out. It's loud. It's not delicate. But you get the lid off. But unfortunately, as you're trying, as you think, you get your crowbar back, you think, oh, this is great. As the lid hits the floor. Resounding smash of stone. Again, it echoes. It gets further away. It stops.
Right. Okay.
is everything alright in there?
Not sure. We'll find out. So,
Alright.
what is actually in the coffin that I just took all that time to get open?
Inside is another stained shape of a human, along with two glass bottles that have a dull black sludge in the very bottom of them. They're in the shape of potion bottles. They have clasped lids, but they are rusted shut.
Very ancient potions. Probably best not to touch.
Might be the most potent of all. They've had time to ferment.
Yeah. Seeing as I'm the one that he'd probably end up drinking them, I don't mention it to anybody else.
It's almost like he doesn't trust me.
I wouldn't trust those potions. Is that all the coffins except for the trapped one?
That's all of them, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Castalia, Malgurn, what are you two doing?
Kind of just watching this happen. I don't.
Chewing on some hardtack and jerky as you watch.
Yeah, he's doing shit, and I'm just like, whatever, man. Let the man work.
Come on, Malgirn's got a keg or two. He's fine.
Yeah, Siegfried's running about here with two pony kegs on his
two,
pack.
now I only have one.
I would have left them up top side next to the cart.
Just thinking about if we've actually seen a third figure.
Right, shall we go and see what the kobold's up to?
Probably.
Nah, let him do his thing. It's fine.
Absolutely nothing can go wrong whatsoever.
I'm ready a freeze ray.
At the kobold.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick check around before I put the sword on the thing.
Right. Tell me what you're looking for.
Just anything out of the ordinary, basically. Besides big demon statue, that's pretty out of the ordinary.
Alright, there's
But
a
any
wolf holding
holes
a
in the wall
dagger.
that might be arrow traps.
There's a wizard who doesn't have an incredibly long flowing white beard. There's a woman in a dress covered in pockets.
I thought she got rid of the pocket.
Yeah, I'm back in my normal outfit now.
Okay. There's Siegfried, who's still alive. He shouldn't be.
Yes, that is odd.
Especially as you look back at him and you can see that there's that indistinct figure by his shoulder again.
Hmm. Oh, wow. I guess death just keeps on following him around.
The problem is, though,
When the time...
when you glance at it, you get the feeling that the figure is looking at you.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Oh, well, I'm going to put the sword on the receptacle.
Alright, you put it on the offering plate.
Yep.
It glimmers for a moment, and then it's gone. And you hear a splash.
Do we hear the Zelda puzzle solve jingle?
Nope, but you hear a splash
No,
from this direction.
I think we found a teleport.
Well, let's go see what showed up in the water.
Yeah, maybe like it's this fairy fountain. We put things in and it turns out to see something more interesting.
You see the sword.
That wasn't it.
Right, so those things are teleporters, are they?
Okay, can I put the sword back in?
So you take it off and put it back on again?
Yeah.
It's still there.
So one way, maybe.
Siegfried's feeling stupid at the moment, so he's going to go up here, find a suitable rock, and toss it at the pack.
Oh, hell.
At the plate or the angel?
At the plate.
At the plate. The stone vanishes. And, Malgurn, give me a perception check.
Persuasion, perception.
Yeah. It's just gone.
Alright, so let's try giving it the bow.
Oh, I'm going to take the sword with me, just for the moment. It's a useful thing, possibly. Who knows?
Not for kobolds, though.
No, not really.
It's heavy.
I'll babysit this here.
we have a volunteer?
Yes, we do. I
Yeah, I
grab
volunteered
zombie
the
body.
elf.
I just grab zombie body and throw it onto offering plate.
Okay. It's gone. It shimmers with the same
Aha.
light. It vanishes. You realize you probably should have put it on the devil one because you know that's where it goes.
He's got you there.
Do you want to retract it and try again? I mean, there's other zombie corpses.
No, the devil one ends up down where Rain is.
I think he was talking about condition of the thing that came through.
Yeah, like you don't know what that if that zombie appeared anywhere or what it came out like because you don't know where the angel one goes.
Aha. So we throw a zombie corpse into devil one.
Okay. There is a splash. Rain, you see a pile of rotten clothing in the water.
Okay, so the body bit's gone. Okay, I'm definitely not stepping on that pedal.
Go for it.
I'm guessing it's you have somehow offering something. Oh, hang on. Malkarn,
Yes.
how about we take your hat and use a little bit of an experiment? See what happens if you throw a rodent in there.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Hang on, let me grab the
Sorry.
effect token. What are you making? A bat, a rat,
The
or a
wonderful
frog?
I'm gonna make a rat.
Okay, you got a rat.
the wonders of experimentation.
So I'm throwing it here.
You're putting it on the plate?
Is that's what you wanted me to do, right? Yeah. And then I back the fuck up. I kind of just drop it on there and back the fuck up.
It vanishes. Nothing
Does it
appears
show
in the
back
water.
up? Oh.
Well, there you go. The rat's gone.
It wasn't even insulted by it.
The rat is probably freaking out of its mind right now.
Okay, just to cover all my bases. Frog.
The same thing
Gonna
happens.
throw. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, same thing happened. So it wasn't just exclusive to rats. Hooray! Scientific method.
It's not scientific. You didn't write it down.
I don't know how to write.
That's a different game.
No, I probably still don't. Well, yeah, I guess I might know how to write.
How else would you know which key to grab?
True. No, that's reading. You know, that's different.
Well,
I will point out, despite how they look on the map, these platforms are large enough to put a person.
I figure as much after we throw a zombie in.
Yeah, but they're more for standing on.
Somebody give it the bow.
All right, I pick up Cornelia. No.
Somebody give it the bow.
Hang on here,
The
there's been
kobold has
development.
the bow.
So you're picking up Cornelius.
Yeah.
You've said it, it's now happened. Okay.
I'm
You
not
hear
gonna-
calls from down the hall of, give it though.
Can I put the sword in the hand of the demon rather than on the plate?
Yes.
Okay, let's give that a go for a
I
laugh.
have a feeling you're gonna have to come in here.
It fits pretty... It's a bit loose. It's not really the right sort of grip for it. But it settles in there. It'll balance okay.
Okay, but not right. Let's just pull it out for the moment and just put it on the floor. Okay, so somebody wants to try giving it the bow.
As the kobold retreats.
Well, we have to go pick up the bow. I don't think anyone picked it up.
You picked it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
said
grab
you
both.
picked it up. You
No, I said I was interested and I never picked it up.
Yeah, you said you grabbed both.
Okay, I said it said I could grab both, but yeah. Okay, let's put the bow on the receptacle plate, I guess. Or no, let's try fitting it in the hand first.
You try, but it's got a closed grip, and you can't really force the bow in. Trying to like fit. It's trying to fit, it's trying to like fit the top end of a sword into an action figure's karate chop grip.
Okay. Oh, let's put the bow on the offering plate then.
Rain, you get splashed. There is a bow.
Alright.
There is that stone bow now.
And it's the same.
It is the same.
I pick it up, and I go trudging all the way over here, going, I don't think that worked. Let me try with the angel. So I come over here and I put it on the angel plate.
It remains there.
I pick it back up.
I wish I could see the gears in the players' heads right now.
I'm not going round.
Well, yeah, what gears?
That's the
I
thing.
don't have
I'm
gears.
picturing a lot of very tired hamsters in a.
The angel didn't take it. It stayed put. Can I see the sword?
You can see the sword on the seashore.
Let me rephrase that. Will somebody pass me the sword?
For intents and purposes, they do.
Sassos has it.
Okay, I grab said sword and hand it over.
I give it to the angel.
The sword remains.
I pick it back up, and I come trudging over and said it didn't go anywhere.
Your cardio is amazing right now. You've really
Yes.
got a heartbeat going.
Okay. Time to do something totally stupid.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. I tell Wolfgang, if you don't see me again, be free, but keep hold of the dagger. Siegfried's got enough of them.
Why do I get the feeling that Saust was about to do something very stupid?
And you're all
I
letting
stand
it
on the
happen.
plate.
You stand on it?
Yes.
Siegfried,
Oh, no.
you watch as the kobold vanishes. Now let's see. Castelli and Rain, give me a perception check. Okay,
I'm very perspective.
you do. You hear an echo of a clattering from down this way. Zarzul! Hang
Yes.
on, let me just reveal this bit. You are standing atop a naked zombie. You yourself have no armor, no clothing, no gear. You are standing in what looks like an old lab. You can see that there's a figure sitting in a chair up on a raised platform, surrounded by desks covered in burnt, wrecked papers.
Well,
You are
then.
scrawny, you are defenseless.
Yeah,
There is
I know what
also-
that is. Oh no.
There is also a rat running around the edges. looking out.
Yes.
How about the
Excellent.
frog?
There is also a frog there, but I don't have the token.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this hat.
Okay. Well, we have. Well, I've made Chris.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Can we? We didn't hear him. We can't.
Nope.
I heard a. The only thing I heard was a clatter from down here, so that's where I'm going to see.
Yep.
Yeah, that's equipment.
So I take it I find his equipment.
Yeah, it's on the altar here. You find everything Zarzul had on him. You also see a pile of zombie cloves and a pebble.
Well, I promptly take Zarzul's crap, and I come marching back. I come marching back over, going,
The breaches are
"Guys,
still...
we have a."
Go on.
I shout, "Guys, we have a naked kobold."
The breaches are still warm.
Suddenly, I get a brilliant idea. If his stuff went over there, but he's not there, obviously he went somewhere. So I'm gonna try putting like his pants on the thing and seeing if it reappears over there, if it'll get sent over. Because I didn't find a pebble.
You did find a pebble.
I did?
Yeah, you
Oh,
found a
okay.
pebble, zombie cloves, and his gear.
Just don't touch my rock that looks kind of like a beholder.
Doesn't look like a beholder at all. Not even vaguely.
Just quickly.
Yes? You crouch low behind the naked zombie.
Yep. It's hide
The
back
figure
here.
is large. Like, you know, it's above average human sized and covered in a thick, heavy cloak. What you can make out of the face is like there was a face there, but something scooped out everything behind it and then pushed it forward a bit, so it's all stretched out. There is
Oh dear,
nothing behind the eyes or the mouth that just hangs open.
I'm not happy about that.
And it just sits there in the chair, staring forward. The rat continues to run.
So it's not interested in the rat. That's possibly a good thing. Has it made any notice of things popping?
Now that you're able to focus on it, after initial panic, it's not moved at all. It looks as much immobile as the chair. There is no breath, no twitching, nothing.
That's
Also,
undead, so that's...
you don't hear the whispers.
Ah, okay.
The rest do. Malgurn, give me a wisdom save.
Oh shit!
Hey, I'll be priority target for a dwarf, wouldn't it?
He's already stabbed me once.
You shake it off.
That's no bearing for, you know.
You end up shifting your
Yeah,
hat a
yeah.
little bit as you just scratch the back of your head and just feel like there was something grabbing at you.
Okay, I'm going to carefully tugging the wall, see if there's a way out of this room, just by looking, or around the corner, as it were.
Okay. You
I'm
see...
Metal Gear Soliding this stuff.
Yeah, you're very much
Right.
riding in Arsenal gear right now.
Yeah.
So what have we exactly discovered?
You guys haven't
I'll
discovered...
let this
Not a
You,
lot.
you discovered Zarzul's breeches.
Well, no, I more mean like what each statue does in conjunction with others.
Well, metagaming wise, we discovered that the demon statue just teleports things to here. Of course, I don't. What I'm guessing, living creatures will be coming from the red part in up here, and the angel statues drop things off in the blue pool over here, and then discard all the equipment in the back. So if we come in there, we are going to be fully unequipped. So if...
But that's not a problem for a wizard, right?
Well, I kind of need my spell book and my, you know... But if anyone wants to, you know, for bizarre reason wants to jump in there with greater invisibility and snoop around for a minute and see if they can find a way out.
I mean, Wolfgang
You guys
is
don't even know
perfectly
it's
safe.
back here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's also why I said for a bizarre reason. I'm just giving it out as an option. If people for some reason could find a reason why they would follow without knowing the fate of Zarzul. Because for
Raider put the rat on the
Demon one.
demon statue, and it
Hmm.
didn't work, right?
No, it went. It went.
Yeah, there's a rat in this
Right.
room with Zarzul.
And Zarzul went on the angel one, and he went.
Hmm.
For the hell of it, Zarzul, you get enough of a look, you can see that there's a naked zombie on this platform too.
Okay. Do I see a door out of this place on... I'm
No.
hoping the center there. Okay.
Now,
It is a completely sealed room. Which makes you wonder for a moment, how much air is in here?
Okay, Corvus, just out of curiosity, because now that I'm looking at this map, is it on purpose that it's stick shape and we're getting in there naked?
No, it's not on purpose, it's just this is the shape of a room.
Very likely.
yeah,
No, seriously, this wasn't
Okay,
intentional, I
well.
only just noticed it now. Because I had this at a different orientation. It's just, I mean, if you have a twin-chambered area, it's going to look like a sack. It can't be avoided. Have I told you about the male penile power of Denver International Airport's runways? There's a book you can get on it.
To Amazon.
Okay. So I've just got a rather strange looking undead, as far as I know, up there. And no backup except a rat.
I mean, the rat's not really back up right now. He's kind of neutral in this.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that Sasu will be daring and clever enough to try and knock against the wall to see if he can make sound come through?
No.
Possibly. He has no idea where he is at the moment, really.
Actually, you
He's
do. Because you had that unique
Huh?
thing where you know where this zombie was, or this creature was, in relation to where you were. So you know for a fact
true, I would
that this, you know that this leads to this chamber.
Okay, I'm gonna try. If I knock on this wall, no one's gonna hear anyway.
Oh, someone's going to hear.
Yeah.
Guy, this guy. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said, the daring to do it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is he wearing clothes?
No. Oh, the figure? Like I said, he's just
Yeah.
covered in a cloak.
Okay, so somehow he got a cloak in there.
There's all sorts of things in here. There must be a way out somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I'll
There
show
must
it.
be a way
could all-
in.
It's a glowing light here, but these are still the panels. So this is a panel.
Okay.
This is a panel.
Can I stand on this?
There is a splash.
Roll initiative.
Zarzul,
Okay,
you're
I
now
know where
kind
I
of
am
wet
now.
and naked.
I'm a wet, naked kobold. Excellent.
You've got that scale shine going on.
It's like a little kid with that.
Hello, friend.
Hey, you recognize where you are.
Basil!
Wait, that's not Sasu, it's a naked kobold. Kill it!
It's just some savage. It must have clambered in.
Why is he wearing no pants?
I have his pants right here.
Why do you have his pants?
I proceed to pass over his clothes.
I hear all this ruckus and step out of the room.
And you wonder, why does that kobold have two tails?
Honestly, hold on a minute.
Oh god, he's thinking.
I clearly know what kobolds look like, and that's normal.
To be fair, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I quickly throw on a shirt and some trousers, but I can't see any point in putting the rest on at this point.
And now
So
I've wasted my 20 for the evening.
Really? You don't see a point, because now you can hear her whispers. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't walk any further.
Nope,
Hang
time
on,
to get
let's
hit,
see.
fall down.
Kobold fell down, go boom.
No, I'm standing right next to you, and it's wisdom save.
Oh, no,
so
no.
I
It's a
have
wisdom
to
save for
pick one.
Zarzul.
Yeah, no, not us. Not us, no.
Okay, wisdom.
Yep, you should be good at this.
That's why I was like, I'm glad I stayed back here with you, because we didn't hear them. I just came up to see what all the noise was about.
You're fine,
There's
but
no
you felt
back
like
there.
someone was behind you for a bit.
I'm going to explain the undead to Cornelius and Rain and see if they've got any idea about it.
Wait,
Also,
he
this
thought
is-
someone was
this-
behind him, and he turns around, and there's rain.
Also, this is a novelty. A lot of you haven't seen Zarzul's face in a long time.
It looks strangely familiar, yet foreign at the same time.
It's just, was his head always that tiny?
Ooh.
Beep boop.
Would Rain or Cornelius know what type of undead we're dealing with? Because I've probably got no idea.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's roboting, but
Yeah.
thankfully it's his own problem, not the voice meter.
Yeah, it's the Discord. I can see it's being read at the moment.
Yeah, because I'm hearing a robot from everybody now.
Oh, I
Okay.
went back to green. Knock on wood.
Yeah, probably just shuts up for a little bit.
Oh. Let's swap servers.
Yeah,
US Central
Right,
to
so-
US East.
since I live in the east, this should work.
Testing. It still seems a little ishy.
Testing.
Well,
That's been
Is
me.
this better?
I was
Okay.
about to say,
Yep.
sounds all good to me.
We seem okay.
All right, let's get that
Okay.
kobold. I mean,
Okay, I describe said undead Rain and Cornelius and see if they've got any idea about what we're dealing with.
The first
Well,
thing that
maybe
comes to
I've
mind
got-
for both of you on that description is a Bodak. The thing you fought with Norista in the crypt.
Bodak Horseman.
Oh, hell.
But,
So,
you know, they were quite aggressive.
And they also weren't whispering and making us try to stab each other.
Yeah, do I overhear this at all?
Oh, well, if he points it out, it wasn't whispering.
Yeah, because I remember what a Bodak was, and I don't like those. I have fought them before.
You all
So-
have.
Yeah.
Yep.
so why exactly did you come to this back here without any of your stuff, your equipment?
Apparently my equipment ended up on a altar over there, and I ended up in the room with the Bogart, or whatever it is. There's another the thing there I stood on.
So it seems to be a teleport, but one that can apparently sort out. Seems like a standard religious practice. Get in, be humiliated before whoever you're supposed to bow down for.
Possibly. Some
But
form of
then why would they have two different sides? You have the holy side and the not holy side. Did everything go to the same spot?
Well, I ended up on the blue side. The other side was reddish. So I'm
Oh.
assuming that's where the zombie was over there, so that's where probably the demon goes.
Okay, wait, so we've put somebody through on the angel side. But we haven't put anybody through on the demon side.
But we stuffed a zombie through, but yeah.
I think we can pretty much deduce what's going to happen.
Was that zombie also naked?
Yep. Also, you
I
put
believe so.
you put a zombie, a rat, and a frog in to the demon side.
Yeah. I think we're pretty.
The rat was there.
I'm no researcher or scientist, but I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen on the other side. It's not hard, even with my level of intelligence.
Do you though?
I was about to say, then share with us, oh wise one.
It's gonna go to the other side.
Like a
I
chicken.
say confidently.
So why don't you go stand on the demon platform?
You know what? Since she said it, I'm going to.
Yeah,
It's a challenge.
Cornelius is
Wait,
calling after you, saying, "I called you a nerd."
No, yeah, I'm gonna go stand on it.
Demon side, that's the
Oh, that's the angel side. Okay.
Hang on, Cornelius is trying to stop you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, stop! Don't.
It's a little tough though because he's walking faster than you are.
Oh yeah, no, I got the freaking boots.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Mulgern's getting further away.
If you want to jump in there, and I don't know what you're gonna do on the other side, do you want at least a minute of you being completely invisible?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
He cast a minor illusion to make my hands glow. I'm
No,
invisible.
I have greater invisibility. I have greater invisibility. You can attack something without losing.
Oh, okay.
But
Have a
remember,
magical day,
you're going in
motherfucker.
naked. You're going in naked. Remember, you only have your hands.
Yeah, just to be safe, I do kind of take my gear off and pile it like over here.
As Cornelius
I
is
know it's
preparing
gonna-
the spell, he just gets this view of dwarven ass crack.
It's more like Captain Caveman. Just under the armor, there's just more hair.
Just body hair. It just unfurls.
Yeah.
Why don't you leave your stuff on so that just in case? Speaking of, at this point, I
It's
would have
gonna
followed.
no, and I'm not stripping all the way down. I got a tunic and shit on, Jesus.
But that
But
way,
it's like a stuffed scarecrow where the hair is just.
He's got his stone boxers on.
Yeah.
No, we've seen all the other stuff land in the water. Like we can assume that all things are getting taken off. And
Yeah, if I already know.
hold on. I hand the dwarf the stone sword.
All right, I take it.
Got his boxers for him.
Yeah. I sheath it in my stone boxers.
also, do remember that in the minute anything you grab in there will also be invisible.
Okay, so the stone sword's invisible too. Well, then,
It's also invisible. Anything you touch holding is invisible
all right.
due to greater invisibility.
Okay.
So if you
And-
see something interesting, steal it, run back, and get out of here.
All right.
You have
something,
1 minute.
Something Stargate reference.
Yep. And you've got a
Yep.
stealth
Okay.
check at
Go.
you've got a stealth check at advantage.
Advantage. I am not. remotely stealthy.
It's even a positive modifier too.
I know. I had the.
That's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, 'cause I'm not wearing my armor, but yeah.
Colonel, I'm
Jesus.
trying to sneak in, but my ass cheeks keep clubbing together because they're dumb thick.
Oh god, where did I?
Malgern, you appear in the room.
Okay.
Does he have the sword?
You have your boxers, you have your tunic, you have the sword.
Okay.
Oh
And
no.
I can see pretty much everything.
Yeah, you can see everything here. You can see that there is an incredibly worn out staircase on both sides. Despite how they look in this map, they are made of stone, and they are worn the hell down. There is a nice central grooving in both of them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But along the back here, you can see there's new stuff. Well, stuff not made of stone. There's tables.
Yeah, it's obviously been brought here.
Yeah. There's also, since you're giving a more calm glance around, you can see that there is a small little portable kitchen kind of affair. There is experimentation stuff. It's all wizard shit from the looks of it.
Oh, god damn it! Why didn't Cornelius come with me? He would have been useful for a change.
Well, remember, you don't have to fight him on your own. You can
Alright.
come back and say you wore your clothing.
Well, I don't see him, do I?
You do.
I see the Bodak?
Yeah.
I do, okay.
You see the thing that's... It doesn't look the same as the Vodax, but there's elements of it that looks familiar.
Okay.
Elements that make it look so similar I didn't want to waste upload space on another token.
I slowly walk over here. Because I want to check out the other side.
The carpet feels nasty on your toes. It feels threadbare and
Alright,
cold.
we're gonna just book it through the nasty carpet.
Okay. As you approach, the rat runs for it. The frog is indifferent.
And I'm gonna step on the blue thing.
You're just getting out immediately? Okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm invisible. Shit.
Yeah.
For about 40 more seconds.
All right. I'm gonna use those seconds to see up the stairs.
As you can see, the surfaces of all the tables, what's not anything that looks like it was made of paper or books, is horribly charred with pieces missing. There is only one piece of paper that is not blackened.
Okay.
Right here. I'll ping that for you again. Right here.
Yeah, right here. And then just the stuff in the back.
Yeah. There's a lot of errantry stuff. There's tubes. There's... This table here, actually, unlike the others, which have space at the bottom, this one is solid, and there is... Well, actually, yeah, there is a panel on it that has numerous, like, segments. Some of them are slightly different shades of grey. And a sturdy sort of door beside it. They both look like a decent sort of metal, a nice heavy iron.
Something I can take with me.
No, it is, it's part of the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like a storage cabinet.
How much time do I have on the invisibility? Because I have been doing.
Well, you're doing this pretty cursory glance stuff. You're not even, doing a roll. You're just looking around. So I'd say you still got about 30 seconds.
All right. Going to attempt to open the door on the thing. See if it moves.
You're just gonna try and grab it. It doesn't.
It doesn't move. All right.
No. Table goes invisible for a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 'Cause it touched.
You were kind of hoping maybe the door would go invisible, but no, it's all one piece.
No, the whole thing just.
No, it's only anything the tag is wearing or carrying.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, it's not like it's transfer invisibility.
Oh no, that would be funny as hell though.
That would.
Yeah, as the floor just keeps me this invisible circle.
Where could he be?
all along the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's strong enough. He could carry it.
And then I'm just gonna, if it won't budge, I'm gonna get out or go on the other side, see what happens.
Yeah. There was a splash. Malgurin, you are in a pool of horribly chilly water.
I'm gonna get the fuck out.
You've still got your boxers. You've still doing the... I mean, you look a bit like a drowned rat. All the body hair and the beard have been soaked now, but you still got the sword. You've still got your clothing.
I'm gonna drop the sword and immediately start wringing out my beard.
You all hear the clatter of a sword after the splash.
Yeah. And I like booked it out of there. I just Jesus walking on water, 'cause it was fucking cold.
So you made it with all your stuff.
Yeah, apparently.
Now here's the question: is it because you had the sword, Or is it because you went through the demon one?
I don't know. Why don't you find out? I throw
Cornelius!
the sword at her. I throw the sword at her
Yes.
feet, I should say.
Why don't you try stepping on the demon one?
Oh, yeah, everyone else, but yeah, fuck you.
Oh,
Everyone else.
I've got a very good reason.
Okay, yeah, you got the idea. I kind of shove the sword. I kind of shove the sword at her and be like, fine, you fucking do it if you got the idea. Fucking
I
coward.
will go with Cornelius, but I'll be holding the sword because...
Because I'm a coward and I'm a pansy knife ear.
No,
I'm the intelligent
if
one.
I go through there and I
can't do
end
it
up
because
naked,
I am-
it's a whole
Hey,
lot...
hey. You're breaking your microphone something horribly. It's really
you're
going
blowing
into
it
our
out.
ears.
It probably doesn't know what to do about both of us.
Just remember,
But,
keep this in character, children.
Oh, I totally was. Fucking knife ears.
So my point is, if I go through there and I end up coming back naked, it's a whole lot harder to wander around decent.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Why doesn't Castalia go through?
Actually, I was just about to.
To be fair, you can.
Excellent.
To be fair, you
Because I can bring someone into that room with their gear. Because I have dimensional door.
What the?
She's also never unarmed.
Could you have mentioned this sooner? Perhaps, maybe.
Well, the thing is, I'm also out of spells right now. So we have to take a short rest while everyone... Yeah.
Well, I will point out that the dwarf went in with his stuff.
He got naked first. So
No.
the only thing he brought in was the sword.
But I came back with my boxers.
Yeah, he's in his
He's
boxers
wearing
and a
his
tunic.
boxers.
Yeah, I
And
still
he
have like my street clothes. Yeah.
And he also came back with the sword. The sword usually just got discarded immediately.
And now that you mention it, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go get my shit. So.
The first thing he puts on is the bowler hat and the boots.
Yeah. And then you look again, and I somehow have put the helmet under the hat, but the hat never moved.
Well, then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to play Sodden Lash on the pedestal.
Yeah, so they can't cast great invisibility again. I had one shot of it.
Okay, Sodden Lash vanishes.
Alright. I simply call out, can anyone check if it's in the water?
Siegfried thinks got the idea here. Yeah, you find it on the altar. You find it curled up as a clump of moss. For a moment, you're actually thinking that growth wasn't there, but then you realize, oh, that's the whip. That's right.
I shout back, no, it's on the altar. And then I pick it up and cart it all the way back.
Well, I can just summon it to my side.
As he gets halfway, it vanishes and reappears in Castalia's hand.
How damp am I?
No, you're not damp at all.
Okay, so it's not a material restriction.
All right, I find that this might be fun, so I throw my tosser in the direction of the altar.
Oh god, move away from the entrances.
Clang, 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 clang. Siegfried, duck. Give me a dex save. No joke either. Give me a dex save. You managed to dodge it.
Why?
But there's now a lot of impacts from various ricochets. And the
I have
tosser is back in your hand.
bug-ass look on my face. That was amazing. That was everything I'd hoped it would be.
Right.
I looked him out during... So, how did you get back?
The other side. There's two. I just walked to the other platform, and then it dumped me in this disgusting water, and now it's fucking cold.
You smell mildewy.
Right.
And there's something in there, but thankfully it couldn't see me. My rat made it too, so you know, there's that.
I wonder if we can enter and leave through the same side, or it must be separate.
Zarzul approved that. He went through the angel and then back through the blue.
Oh!
Yeah. So
Right.
just
So Is it going to have to be the stealthy guy?
Or is it the one who's never unarmed?
Why not both?
To be fair, though, Siegfried can use a longsword.
Probably at disadvantage, seeing it's so bloody heavy.
No. It's heavy, but you can still use it. You're proficient. You can adjust for weight. You don't get your backstab though.
But we kind of want to test to see whether or not if we go through this portal, we're going to have all our stuff still.
Well, I mean, and I'm going to point out here. I left the sword with Rain, didn't I? Well, she's AFK, so I'm going to assume she moved with the rest of us.
Yeah, she wouldn't hold on to it unless you're unless she's going to go through.
I come back and it's like I had the sword, this sword, with me. It did not take this from me, if that counts for anything.
Or your skivvies.
Yeah, or my stone boxers. Yeah.
And
that's what I'm
we
meaning.
have-
Somebody needs to go through without the sword to see if they've still got all this.
Wait. We have a sword, a staff, and a bow.
I think staff is kind of part of the statue. I
Oh.
don't think
You
we
never
can get
tried.
that off.
Well, now the question is,
Where was
do
the
we have-
staff?
On the angel.
The question is, do we have arrows?
Okay, I'm gonna pull at the
You're going to grab
pull
the
at
angel's
staff,
staff
see
and give
if
it a good
see
hard
if
tug.
it moves. Yeah, does it move? Does
Yeah,
it
you're going to
give?
see if there's a reaction on tugging on the staff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it slides out.
Alright, so
There's a moment where you realize, fuck, I did it the wrong way around, as the head of the staff hits against the palm, and then you slide the other way.
So I have the staff now.
Yep. It's tall, it's heavy. You have to keep it angled because the roof is too low.
Alright, so I'm gonna come back around here with the staff, accidentally hitting Rain with it on the way over.
I doubt
I
it.
got the staff, guys, as it's like out in the hallway. Like,
Yeah, it's extending behind him.
it comes out. It's just very fucking unwieldy. So there you go.
It does do anything.
I don't know. Ask the wizard.
As far as I can see, it's just a stone scepter.
So it's good for people who want to hit things.
I like where this is going. Go on.
I'm
Guess you
trying
could use
to
it as a-
figure out the best way to go through this with stones and abilities so that we can end up with not fighting naked.
Castalia, give me a wisdom save. As the whispers
Oh, no.
intensify.
Let's see, that's... Oh!
It almost interrupts you mid-speech, but you just sort of shake it through. It felt like someone was tugging on your horn.
Don't look at me. I'm not that tall.
Yeah, you're just getting an eye full of midriff and bust.
Now, I just picture like as I'm talking to them to make eye contact, I'm just springing upwards.
You do have boots of striding and springing.
Exactly. So I can make eye contact with people when I talk to them. I grab the staff from the angel.
Well,
I am having a hell of a time here, I won't deny. Because there is something all of you have not done, and several you can do it. It's hilarious.
Fucking hate you right now, God.
I'm trying to think.
Don't look at me, I have a -1.
Something we could have done.
That's just my excuse because I can't think either.
Many of us can... Well,
I mean,
Many
the
of us
staff
are-
came free, what more do you want?
have we tried
Fucking
casting a
you, but I got
spell?
it. And since it's so unwieldy, I kind of just lay it on the ground there and just kind of step back, like, whatever, man.
Yep.
Yeah, have we tried casting spells on it? It's obviously magical.
What does detect magic do?
Well, it tells us it's magical, but I think we kind of know that.
Well, we haven't cast Detect Magic.
What else is
Well-
magical around here?
Well, what else would teleport people around but magic?
I thought you were talking about the staff.
No, I'm talking about the teleportation thing.
Continue.
Zazzle's going to go up here and try and push the
Wait.
statue out of the way. Maybe there's something
Wait.
behind it.
It's not moving.
Could it really be that stupid?
Maybe.
Hey.
What is your suggestion? The rest of us don't have any suggestions.
Well, have we tried putting things where they pop out?
Yeah.
Yep.
We tried to
what-
replace the sword on it and nothing happened.
Okay, so it doesn't work that way. Hmm.
The thing, the last few weeks I've been prepping battles for when you get the Raxis. One good
Yeah, I
puzzle
mean-
stymies it all.
Yes.
Especially when you say there's something we haven't thought of. So now it's all splugged out.
Well, it's not that you've. It's not quite the solution. Like it's not you do this and it'll be a solution, but it might make things clearer.
Well, hold on. Well, I don't know about what he actually wants us to do.
Yeah, I haven't told you. That's the point.
Yeah.
If holding the items gets you to go through to the other side with your stuff, couldn't we go through, put the item down so that it plops over there, and then we just repeat that?
What? No, Malkern still had the... Oh, you mean he goes in, plops it down, and we just go in one at a time?
Yeah. Or with one of us holding each one of the items. So we could go 3 at a time, technically.
Guess we could try that.
Oh, Zazzle will take the bow then
No.
and try and...
You've already gone through. It's time for someone else to volunteer.
We'll all go through. So Zark
Yeah,
will
send
go
the
through.
elf.
I will take the staff to go through, so I can go through with Zarzul, who's going to take the third.
Can I see if the bow can be drawn, or is it just a stone bow?
It takes you a little moment because the string is just falling stones, pebbles, and little bits of gravel and dust, and you think I can't really grab it, but you pull it, and it's got a grip. You're able to draw it back. It's got the same sort of pressure as your previous bow. You see it flex, and it is very strange to look at because you can see that there's cracks appearing in it, but then you release it, and they just fold over again, smooth.
Interesting. Is this a long bow as well, or is this a more normal
For
short
your
bow?
benefit, I'll say it's a short bow.
He's
Okay.
cracking.
Who's slapping something in the background?
Oops.
Rain.
She's just
Send her through.
repeatedly
I am
hitting the
going through.
dwarf.
This gives me a bow, but I'm going to take the bow and I'm going to grab a few my quiver arrows just as case
Well,
as
that's
well.
the thing. As you were drawing it back, you could feel that there was material collecting in your hand.
Oh.
Well, in either way, we're
Okay.
going through with all of our stuff, aren't we?
I'm going
proven
to
that yet.
just move down into the hallway for a second. and take a pot shot down the hallway, see if it actually fires.
As you draw it back, you can feel that there's something forming in your hand, but you can't quite get a grasp on it yet. It's almost like it's an attunement item.
Oh, well. Put it on the back. We'll try that again.
You don't want to take a short rest here?
We might need one, actually, for...
Yeah.
Short rest would be very
Fight.
helpful.
Yeah, I'd get
Yeah.
my stuff.
By the way, Rain, give me a wisdom save.
Oh, goody!
Am I gonna fall down?
You might.
I don't know. She's in a target-rich environment.
Oh, she shakes it off.
Yeah, do remember, if we take a short rest, it gives the insanity whispers chance to make us attack each other.
It's not just attacks.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not rest. This has the ability of things going horribly wrong. I want to get rid of whatever the bad guy is.
So, Rain, are you going to step through with the staff?
Yes.
Alright then.
Lunk.
There is an enormous clank and clatter and a flutter, and Rain, you are standing with nothing.
Wait, I should have gone through the angel one, shouldn't I have? Biscuit.
And for a moment you're panicking. There is an issue with not having your holy symbol, with not having any armor, with not having your socks. I mean, the floor is really cold right now, that's kind of irritating. But then there's something a little worse. Nostalgia. It's not one-to-one, but this looks a little familiar. You recognize some of this equipment. You thought a lot of it was burnt and smashed. And his features aren't quite correct, but you recognize that as Pender's. Or as you knew him as the project director.
Wait, she knows this guy? Shit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
He was a lot more handsome back then, before he was called a monster, before his research was burnt, before he asked you to help him dive into forbidden ways of defeating death itself.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
And now you look at him
Yeah.
as if everything behind him has been scooped out. His skin is like leather. There is nothing behind the eyes.
I'm going to take one step to the left and then one step to the right because I want to get the fuck out of there.
She
The rat joins you.
the left. Hooray!
I didn't go anywhere, did I?
Oh, you want to get out?
Yes.
Okay. You fall kind of unceremoniously onto the altar. Oh!
Ow. Ow.
No, it's just like, you're a little unsteady. You land on your feet, because elf. But, you're landing on your gear, so if anything was pointy, sharp, like maybe your Kalemvor symbol, it might be getting into your toes.
Yeah, ow, ow. So everybody probably hears a very loud ow, 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 ow.
Well, they also
ow.
heard the clank of the 15-foot stone staff falling into place. That was quite a loud one.
Well, obviously, I start immediately getting dressed. And I'm going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Well, let's say I get dressed. I'm going to pick up the staff anyways, because why the fuck not? I'm going to come on back. And I'm going to go, that didn't work. Let's go.
Wait, where do you want to go?
Away.
Wait,
And-
wait.
and-
Yeah,
I'm going behind.
I see her panicking. What the fuck's going on? Explain yourself, Elf.
Explain your elf. Haha.
That was bad. You should feel
There's
bad.
a thing in there that probably would like to kill us, so let's leave.
Yeah, and this is different from any other day. How?
Aren't you a cleric that's supposed to put the undead back in the ground?
Yeah.
Didn't you make a big stink about it, and that's why you fought a horde of zombies and skeletons?
Yeah! Yeah, suddenly shoes on the other foot, huh?
Oh, fuck.
Welcome to the land of hypocrisy.
Yeah, as I wag my finger and go, oh yeah. I guess I am supposed to do that, aren't I?
Yes.
What did you see in there?
What did you see?
An undead thing.
What, it has to be... Was it like a lich or something?
I don't think so.
Yes, tell us, Elf.
I don't think he managed to do the lich thing.
Lich King?
I'm assuming it's yeah, I'm assuming there.
How dare you identify as an Apache helicopter?
So it was an ex-boyfriend in there, was it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I turn around and I walk the fuck away.
Now I'm curious about what's in there.
What wouldn't have... What didn't have the sense? What said yes to her at some point?
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never tasted death but once.
Yes. Cornelius, take the sword. That seemed to work.
All right.
Yeah. Well, at least Bradir managed, or Gern managed to come back with his clothing.
Well,
Yeah. I'm not going through there again.
Wolfgang's ears prick up for a second. He looks down the hall. And then there's more scuffling and rain. You have a rat beside you.
The rat made it back!
I pick up the rat and I cuddle the rat.
The rat made it back!
well, let's see if the estimate is true.
You're stepping in with a sword.
Yep.
You are standing clothed. Maybe not decent, but you know, wizards. You have a heavy-ass sword with you. And you're in complete fucking pitch darkness, because you don't have dark vision.
Well,
There is
I
no
was
light
just-
here.
out of sheer reaction, I just make a few dancing lights around me.
You immediately see the figure in the chair. It looks about a foot taller than you. It looks stretched out and leathery, and it's got a ragged cloak draped over it. You also see what looks like to you a lab.
I walk to the right, and I deposit the sword into the teleport circle.
There is a clatter from the south. So yeah,
Well-
you don't have to move your tokens. The sword is there on the altar.
Siegfried's going over to collect this.
Yep.
Grab the sword.
I want to take the rat with me, and I want to stand over here. And when Siegfried comes by, I wave him over.
You wave with the hand holding the rat.
No, the one that's not holding the rat.
Yes.
Hey Melgar, what's the duration on your hat?
I don't remember.
Hang on, I'll find
Well,
it.
to
Continue the scene.
Siegfried, I say, give.
Because I was wondering the same thing. Like, is that rat just gonna poof? Like,
What do you mean give?
I point at the sword.
Why do you want it?
Before I change my mind, give.
Speaking of that, give me a wisdom save, Siegfried.
Not the kind of give I want.
yeah, you're gonna get it all right.
Yeah.
Siegfried the rat looks at you and just whispers, "You're gonna
I know.
I mean, he already died once. I'm pretty
Rain,
sure
you didn't
he's-
hear a damn thing.
But did I hear Siegfried say I already know?
Oh, yeah.
What? I'm just staring at him like he's lost his. Just give me the fucking sword before I give up.
I hand over the sword and take the rat.
As you hold the rat, the fur starts to fall away. The skin leaks off its body. And it just keeps staring at you as the eyes finally puff and recede in. Rain, he's holding a normal rat. It looks kind of comfortable.
No,
Well, look after the rat for me.
But
Sure.
Siegfried, as you hold it, it's just whatever it had for skin is just pouring over your hands and dripping.
Yeah.
And then you blink,
I like
and it's
this.
a normal little rat again.
Well, I take a deep breath and I step onto the thing to go on across the other side.
Funnily enough, rats' heartbeats, are incredibly quick. Probably the same speed as Siegfried's right now.
Yep. While this
Rain-
is going on, I'm heading back to the altar so I can go and get the sword next time.
Yeah, you appear, dressed, with your gear.
I step aside, I put the sword down on the thing so somebody else can come through, and I try to make myself very, 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 very sneaky. I'm going to fail.
Siegfried, if you want, for bonus points, you can try to catch it with style.
No, I just lose the hand.
I also try to hide behind Cornelius.
Cornelius,
Zazel
this
is
feels
busy putting
familiar.
on the rest of his gear.
I whisper to Rain, "You have a shield."
Yeah, she's got way better AC than you do.
Yeah, actually, yes, I do come to think of it. But I'm going to whisper back, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm just hiding.
Well, Siegfried's going to pick up the sword, and
Hang
trudge
on.
back to the teleport.
One moment, you see, what she did was just speak out loud.
Oh, fuck.
The
Womp
head,
womp.
the stretched out face that's sagging and wobbling as it moves, as if it's just paper thin, slowly turns to look in your direction, Rain.
Oh,
It
fuck.
doesn't move bodily, but the head is just sitting there, and those empty spots are focused on you. But whereas with a Bodak you felt that withering necrotic surge, this just makes you cold, because you recognize that face, and there is nothing of the man behind it.
I kind of freeze, and I just kind of raise a hand and I do a half-hearted wave. Because I don't know what to do.
It's always awkward when you meet your ex, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very awkward.
Especially if we're doing better than you, you know. And plus, when you're with your new with your new beau.
No. We've seen what happens when I consort with wizards. We've already figured that out.
Yeah, that's one sitting right there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He does not respond. The hands
Oh,
are
I'm gonna
still
step on the
resting on the
plate.
desk. The fingers are probably about a foot long, stretched out and sagging.
I hide on that side now.
It follows you.
I step to the side.
It doesn't follow you. It follows her.
Would you stop that? Stop that.
Well, I stepped on the plate. Do I go through?
You stepped on the plate, you appear, and for all intents and purposes, Siegfried, it looks like it's staring directly at you.
I probably hide behind Siegfried.
Well, bugger. I'm going to step off the plate and put down the sword on the teleporter.
Yeah, the sword's there on the altar.
Alright, I'm gonna take the sword.
No, I'm grabbing the sword as it falls down.
You do. With your magically
And
enhanced
that
strength,
back.
it's not a problem.
And pass it to Malgern.
Beat me up, Scotty.
There you are.
And I'm going to wait for it to come back again.
As you run to it, you
Yep.
find Malgern's armor and the sword.
What?
His armor.
Oh shit.
I look slightly confused.
You've still
Grab
got
the
everything
sword.
else, but your armor's gone.
Okay.
I kind of figured it'd be like that.
Okay, I sort of hand the sword to Castalia and say, no, Gurn's armor didn't make it. It's still here.
The bright side, there's no blood in it.
Huh? Well,
It looks especially clean though. All the dirt's gone.
It's the nicest
This
it's
won't be
ever
the-
smelt. It's no longer attached to a dwarf.
this won't be the
Ah,
first
fuck
time
you.
he's fought in his skivvies. You remember the cabin, don't you?
I try and forget.
To be fair, Malgorn, you still got the padding that was underneath it.
Yeah, my padded jack is still there for some reason, but
Yeah.
I'm suddenly lighter.
With sword in hand, I step on the statue, teleporter, altar.
And you reappear. Fine. You have all your gear.
Right?
And
Except for one thing.
No.
And Zarzul, as you run to get the sword again, you find there's a small clump of moss clinging to the blade.
Oh.
You still have Saw and Lash. It's still sitting there in your thigh.
Well, I step off the platform, place the sword down, and wait. I guess it's supposed
I poke at the moss just carefully before grabbing the sword and running back.
And incidentally, you've all noticed, of course, that as Rain moves around to hide behind people, the creature is staring intently at her, unfailingly matching her movements.
I'm not feeling too hot, and I'm rather nervous at this point, and I think Rain loses her lunch.
Zarzul, as you're running back, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-huh. Had to happen at some point.
30 feet.
You might get lucky.
I'm sorry, Wolfgang, in advance.
Ooh, that was good thinking. It's good to get the apology in. Zarzul, as you bring up the sword to expect it for a second, you start seeing that white patch on your hand. It's starting to spread. You see as it just sort of takes a moment, like it's every heartbeat it expands until it just engulfs your entire hand. The scale is just flaking away dead. The skin starts to come apart underneath. Then the muscles detaching. You're watching as your finger bones are just falling on the ground. Until the whole hand itself is gone. And then it's fine.
No,
There's only
no,
that little
no,
patch
but-
of 2 or 3 scales that are white.
Let us go, Wolfgang. This is not safe here. It's not safe over there either, but it's not here.
So here's the thing. You
Onward.
go through.
Yep.
Yep, you're going to put the sword down and all that there.
No!
I'm not going to put the sword somewhere else on the teleporter. Just going to put it on the floor in front of us. Is this a bad idea?
Just going.
Well,
Have I disconnected again?
nope,
Nope,
you're still
you're
here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
All
they don't
right.
know if if it is or not.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna start kind of coming up this way.
It's watching you the whole time.
See if he does anything else.
Rain looks interested in you.
I know.
Any idea why?
Yeah.
Rain, it's all feeling terribly familiar. He was always fastidious about how he laid out his area. It's still that old
Ooh.
Bunsen burner. It's still that same stink of that awful fucking tea he liked, although it's now far more stewed.
Is there any torches or anything that I could light around the room?
There is not. Also, you can now all see that there is the one note here, but still intact. Also, because of Cornelius' dancing lights, you can see here, the panel with the little segments, all the buttons are a different color.
Right. I'm going to try being diplomatic, and I don't think it'll work very well.
Yeah, the problem is, as you turn here, as you get behind him, the head continued to turn. And it's just wrapped around the side of the chair now.
Hi?
Oh, Jesus. This is how we die.
I know you can see me and hear me. Can you talk?
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, hell.
This is not initiative. Yeah, you take 4 points of psychic damage.
I
But it
predictably yelp.
made no noise to the rest of you. You heard his voice, Rain.
Oh, hell.
You couldn't make out anything but a few broken syllables. It was so quiet. But all you could really pick out on was so close.
You clearly were close. I don't think this is the kind of close you were thinking of. Can I look at the paper on your desk?
It makes no movement.
I kind of come on up and
As you do, the head moves. It is an inch from you as it rotates with you.
And I kind of lean over a little bit to check the note.
Okay. Let me just make it obvious for you guys. There we go. You now have the scrawled note. I think I misspelled scrawled, but I can't be arsed to fix it.
So for the convenience of the stream, who wants to read it?
I think it should be Rain, obviously.
Aye.
I didn't know there was going to be reading in this role-playing game.
Okay, well,
Why can't these be voice logs?
don't forget deal off. Traps laid, half real, half not. Collar, portent like old times. No sleep, no dreams, so think so close. Remember old days, happy days with dog collar color. Herman Hill no good, must go to city. Must remember that this note read it can lie? Color safe, lock, collar safe, first, assist. Thought that we tat understood, hairs can lock. Plant, powder all won't work. Can be anyone but not dead. Must play with toys. Go to dead, no sleep, no sleep, no sleep, no words. No dream, no mind, so close.
So this is very clear and obvious, so what do you guys do?
Clearly a deal was made that is off.
And as you read this out, he is just right there. You can just see the entire void within every socket of his face. The nasal
Sounds like
passages.
he needs a nap.
Oh, I have a scroll of catnap.
Yeah, Castalia might know something about deals.
You do notice, Rain, as you're closer to him, you can see his old getup. It's fairly rotted, but you can see stashed in a couple of the pockets are leaves that you're kind of familiar with. A lot of people crush them up, use them in tea to help sleep.
Yeah, he I think he was trying because he has some stuff that can be used as a sleep aid. I'm kind of thinking he can't sleep not because he can't sleep, but because of this. But
It may be too late for sleep now.
yeah,
Beauty
kind of
rest might
undead
not
at
help.
He's undead at this point. With dog collar color. We have a color thing going on.
Can I look at the panel and see what's on it?
You can see a variety of primary colors.
I have a question. Can Siegfried see colour yet?
No.
Don't worry, Zazzle can't see colour either.
You can because of the dancing lights, unless you get your hood back up.
Okay. That's all good then. Dancing lights.
Yep.
Understood. Eye, hair, skin lock. Well, we do not know what his dog's color were, nor what his assistant's hair or eyes color were. It's a
Someone
shame.
does.
You obviously know something we don't. Spit it out.
Try black for the hair color. Yeah, that probably is accurate. Just a guess.
With blue streaks, it was a phase.
No. There's no blue streaks. No. I wasn't that fancy. Oh, I did not say that out loud.
Yeah, you didn't speak to a voice in your head.
And then try green for the eye color.
You remember he had this little dog. It was a small terrier. It had a bright red collar.
The collar's red.
He loved
Collar's
that
red.
dog, and it was among the things in his office that were purged.
More than that was purged, but that's beside the point. So dog collar is red. The hair is black.
Luckily, the guys here have no idea what color your eyes are. They never paid attention. Except for Wolfgang, he thinks they're a lovely shade of grey.
Suspiciously.
Where are these assumptions coming from?
Yeah, like I said, she obviously knows something we don't. Spit it out, Claire.
I will be happy to explain a little later once we've solved this issue.
I guess divine knowledge might be an answer.
Rain, as you're speaking, there is movement from Prenders as his huge, elongated, stretched hand settles on yours. Well, attempts to.
I don't budge, and I kind of look at it like I'm not sure what I want to do about this. Like I want to run.
As the hand rests
10,000
down, it feels like it's paper thin. Like there is nothing inside it.
Cornelius kind of readies the knife just in case he has to do some real serious surgery quickly.
It doesn't close, it just rests there with the fingers extending past the top of the desk.
So, what colours have I got to deal with? Have I got a red button?
All the colors
green-
she stated are there. There's some extras as well.
Skin?
Yeah, the tones are there.
I look at Rain. Guess her skin colour is on the wall. Is there something close?
There's something exact.
Interesting. And lock. I'm assuming. Okay.
There's no
Okay.
actual. Unfortunately, there's no skin color as pale as Siegfried's face, but you know.
Hmm. I take another rain to make sure I've got the eye color right.
Yep. Also, Wolfgang, give me a wisdom save.
Where's Wolfgang?
He's still with Whispers. Oh no, he's not. Actually, never mind. I forgot he came through with the sword.
No, I didn't give them the sword.
How did he
So
show
still
up here
got
then?
Oh yeah, he doesn't need
naked.
to.
He's
That's
a
right.
wolf.
Left
Oh,
the
yeah.
dagger behind. Damn it!
Yeah, the dagger's there. Never mind then. I didn't notice he was in the room.
I have to go back for that dagger. Oh well.
But did you press the buttons or just acknowledge they were there?
I was just making sure we had all the colors I needed. So, shall I push these in order?
Let's make sure we got the order proper here.
So we have a red for dog color. Then I believe it was black. I think. Let me just make sure on this. Excuse me. Thing. Yeah. Here we go. Eye. Okay. Yes, you've got green eyes. Yes.
Yes,
Then,
Rain has
black
green
hair-
eyes. Yes,
Yeah, and then black hair,
she has
and
that.
then this pale colored skin that matches this one here.
Wait. Before you do anything.
Yeah.
Color save, color lock, color save. First. Assistant first. Did he have more than one assistant?
Possibly, but there's only one that matters at this point, isn't it?
You were his first assistant, Rain.
Yeah,
Then you helped bring the other guy on board.
yeah, there was a second.
Not anymore, though.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, fuck. Hold on, did I ever think of that?
I don't
No,
think
I
he
didn't.
did. If you want, I can make one for him.
Yeah, sure, just make one up.
I'm asking Rain this. This is confirmed suspicion.
yeah, let's come up. What's a good male name?
Melcott.
Melcott.
Oh,
Just type it out
okay.
there. Oh, hang on. Maybe I should... Hang on. I should be using the other names. Continue. I forgot I have my backup list.
Do you know what this fellow might have been trying to accomplish?
Well, judging by my academic history and all the interesting readings I've done in college, I'd wager he was trying to find a way around not dying. Correction, find a way around dying. Yeah, not dying would be the goal there. Yeah, that's probably the best.
There we go. The
assumption.
second assistant was Fenord Vustu. Because Sentient had amazing fucking names.
Oh, yes!
There we
Yes.
go. I'll go with that. That's lovely.
He's using the best name list. Thank you. I'm so happy
So-
right now.
So we going with what was it? Red, green, black skin as a color combination.
Probably. That's a good try.
Could you come over here for a second, Rain? I can't quite. There's a couple of greens here. Just need to make sure.
I go to carefully extract my hand and say, "Excuse me, can I borrow my hand again, so I can go help our friend over there?"
It doesn't resist. It feels like it couldn't.
Okay, don't. We'll be fixing things. Hold on.
But you hear the
I kinda
shifting
head
of
over there.
cloth and the creaking as... Cornelius, you're standing right there, so you see the head start to wrap around the side of a chair to follow Rain. And it's right there in front of you.
You might kill this thing by just walking around the room a few times.
He's undead. That's not really gonna do much, I don't think.
Might break his head off. Anyway, yeah, okay, that's your eye color. Cool. So I push the buttons in order.
Yep, and you hear it's a slight hiss, and the panel opens. Inside, you see a bound-up book. It has 4 heavy-duty locks on it, with great brass bands. You also find a pair of cracking leather boots with great big heavy burnished buckles on it and mud clinging to them. And you find a small
Strange.
pendant.
I pick up the pendant first.
It has a little button. It has a hatch that opens. It's a small teardrop shape.
I guess I would open it then.
It's not 100% accurate, but it's a pretty decent representation of yourself about 4 years ago.
Oh dear! I of course immediately shut it and I stick it in my
That
pocket.
was interesting.
No,
You wouldn't be able to
it
see it whenever she opens it. You're too small.
I shut it and I put it in my pocket. And I promptly take the book out.
Yep, it's heavy as hell. It's a big, stuffed-in tome.
I
I'm
take it
going
and
to examine the boots. Why were they stuffed in here?
well, presumably he didn't want to track muddy boots all over the place. That kind of gets in the way of doing science, you know.
So why store it with his good book?
Yeah, science, right?
Well, I go to bring the book down to a table that's empty because it's locked, so obviously that's going to be a little bit hard getting into that.
Follow because I heard the word a book.
And as you settle the book on the table, Prenders rises from his chair. He's a good foot taller than you guys, well, the humans. And as he drags, like the Bodax moved with absolute still precision. It just looks like he's sort of pinned to the chair and dragging himself away from it.
I turn and I ask him, "Can you unlock this for us?"
Cornelius, he's going to try just walk right through you.
Step aside, says apparently she's comfortable with him getting up there.
And the
I'm
hand-
decidedly not comfortable.
Yeah, but I'm behind him and I have shocking grasp ready should something happen.
And the huge elongated hand just slaps itself down on the book. It feels along the locks. And then you notice it hunch forward more. The hand shaking, and it unleashes a horrendous wail. So I'm gonna need a constitution save from the lot of you.
Oh, hell.
Time to
Yeah,
fall
that
down.
didn't work very well.
Yep.
Oh
On down.
wow. Rain and Castalia and Zarzul drop to the ground. They haven't lost any HP, but they are stunned and unconscious for now. Unless they're waking up. But yeah, they just fucking drop. The rest of you, you know, it's not as bad as the thunder wave was. But it feels like you're going to hear that in your dreams for a while, because it was utter agony and torment. On
How do I
that
do-
note,
Do you
The
realise
icon
I'm going to have to
flip
get in line for my dreams?
on
Okay,
that note,
one
the
story.
ones who fell down, you're still
How-
hearing
how-
it.
Oh, hell.
How do I flip?
Oh,
like,
you want to flip
oh,
around?
Yeah.
when you click on your token, there's this little blue square.
Yep. Let you rotate.
Oh, okay. Oh wait,
Rotate it to-
I just clicked the blue. No, that's under value.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
you
the
just
blue
hold
square.
it.
See the size bit around you?
Okay.
And you see the little blue
No.
square sticking out like a
Oh
fuse?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. There.
But yeah, you guys are still hearing the scream.
Someone wake the cleric up that actually knows what's going on.
And the thing that is Prenders is still struggling with the book. You can see that he's just sort of slapping and trying to drag his hand into the bars and pry them off.
I shout to Siegfried, drag her away where I get Sassel.
Right, I grab the cleric and at least move her away from whatever's going.
Okay. It's easy enough to drag them all away, especially Zarzul. Do you do it
Yeah,
with
just
dignity,
gotta drag
Cornelius,
them
or
up.
just pragmatism?
Pragmatism.
He just grabs his tail.
Drag him over here a bit and start shaking him. See if we can
Malgern?
get him awake.
Yeah,
There's a lady on the floor.
yeah.
The others are kind of busy.
Well, I'm going to get my water skin and dump some water on
Yeah. Zarzul and Rain, you guys come to pretty quickly.
I don't want to walk past this thing, so...
No, the lady on the ground was next to you.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
She's sitting kind of awkwardly because she fell, but her horns are longer than her face. So
Oh,
she's
okay,
kind of
yeah,
an inch off the floor.
I'm gonna pick her up.
Oh, she's gonna have such a crick in the neck. Oh,
My course response is to go, what happened?
Also, you three have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, hell.
And Prenders is still trying to pry open the book. Honestly, now that he's
Alright.
moving like this, it's kind of familiar. You've seen
I
him
get-
throw a tantrum quite often.
So I go to check out his chair over here. Does he have any keys over here?
There are no keys, there's just stains.
There are keys over here.
There are no keys.
Okay, hold on. So I look at him and I say, excuse me, I want to check your pockets. I start looking for keys in his pockets.
You gonna investigate him? Okay.
Yes.
Roll it.
Nope.
You get your hand into every pocket. It's not like he's trying to get away from it. He doesn't respond at all, but you end up grabbing bits you didn't want to think about again. Not in this condition. You reach at his chest and you feel your fingers go through the skin that's been drawn like paper against it. And you can feel a rib. You try to go for the pants pocket and you feel down, there's a hole in the pocket. Now you're just feeling the skin crinkling and reeling up around from the thigh. You find a lot of leaves, you find 2 gold coins, and you find his pipe. You don't find any keys.
Well, I leave the coins. I take the pipe and I put it in my pocket.
Just robbing a corpse.
Technically, it's moving. Something of them's in there. So I put it in my pocket.
She robs him not of his material wealth, but of his sentimental wealth.
Yes, there you go.
We should probably put this thing out of its misery.
Hold on. Okay, how do I pronounce this name?
Prenders. As in,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Prenders. Where are the keys?
He starts bringing one hand back and starts to feel around himself. He almost slaps you a few times with those loose, stretched out fingers. And then he wails again. But you don't fall down this time. And he continues to just grab at the book.
Guys, we need to look for the keys.
I'm going to see if I can have a look at the locks on the book while it's exploring it.
They look pretty heavy duty. They look expensive. They look like they might be tricky. They don't look trapped, at least. You're sure on that. They just look like these are tough ones. You can see a lot of tumblers in there.
These ones would take all day. A day per lock.
Well, and I'm half wondering if he's going to put the book down for... Who did we lose?
Looks like Cornelius.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
Well, while that's going on, I'm going to have a look over the tables and see if I can spot anything.
I mean, you spot a lot of stuff, but it's all burnt remains of research notes. It's a few bits of... Well, it's one pack of incredibly moldy and horrible-looking rations.
All right.
And
First...
And you do find a holy symbol.
All right. First, traps laid, half real, half not.
That was the tripwire that I found.
But half real, half not. What was the not real?
The pressure plate.
Oh yeah.
And for the sake of it, one of the tombs that you didn't open.
There you go.
Brain connection again.
Welcome back. For the 8 minutes of the session.
I would assume plant powder all won't work. That probably is referring to trying to... can be anyone but not dead. Let's play with toys. Good. Crap. Do I have any inkling where he might stash some keys?
You know he always kept stuff like that on his person. Like he slept with it. You've known him to come down for breakfast jingling. He never gave him to you. He never gave him to Finord.
Well, in that case, Siegfried's going to search the chair.
It's already been searched and it's just residue.
Nothing down the sides. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a very thin constructed one. You can tell that there's no panels as you give it a knock.
Okay, the deal is off. Is there something with this deal off that they took the keys? I didn't find them on his person, unless one of you want to check his person and I just failed.
I'm going to have a look under the desk down here. Maybe they fell on the floor.
You feel more comfortable
I'm
underneath his
trying to
desk.
read this.
You're going to investigate his pockets. He's not paying attention to you, so it's basically with advantage. Nothing. You find the same thing that Rain does. You find 2 coins and a lot of those herbs and a few sachets of tobacco that she missed because she was busy fingering his ribcage.
I go to check his boots.
There is something in the boots. It's not keys, but you find a small potion bottle. And inside is a very strange golden liquid. And for a moment, if you focus on it, you can see that there's... Hang on, I might have to get this one specific. Where's my Dungeon Master's Guide? Dee-ba-doo. Push on, push on, push on. Ah, yes, here we go. It's an amber liquid, I'm sorry. And as you look at it, you can see a scorpion's tail, a snake fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart that is still beating.
Huh. Cornelius, do you know what this is?
Well, I can try and take a look. By the way, I'm
Whoa.
on the cell phone right now. I'm on the cell phone, don't worry. So I probably have some bad audio.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be an Arcana if you want to check it over.
You're gonna have to roll for me because I can't access the roll 20 right now.
Okay, let's see. Where's Cornelius' sheet? Let's see. He's going to give away all his gold first of all.
Oh, wait, hang on. Nope, I got connection again. I can do it myself.
Woohoo!
You have an inkling of what this might be, and it is one of the most precious and rarest enchantments you have ever heard of. This is a potion that can reduce your age.
Ooh.
This could make you outright physically younger. You have heard
There we go.
so many of your teachers and tutors and whatnot lament about this item. So you're pretty certain it's a potion of longevity. When you drink it, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years.
So I should not do that at the moment.
Well, you don't want to go for puberty again?
It was rough enough the first time.
To a minimum
What
of
is it?
13 years, so it's just on the cusp as well. You can't avoid it.
Yara! Sorry.
Well, for some reason, it's a potion of longevity.
I would assume that makes you live longer?
Well,
Physically, yes.
in a
Keeps your body
sense.
going.
Well, that would make sense.
Does it have what plants crave?
Because one thing resurrection magic can't deal with, that you know, Rain, is old age.
That's okay. That's not surprising at all, and that would make sense why you put it in the boot. Okay, yeah, that's not a surprise at all. Go put it on his desk for me.
I can hold on to it, or otherwise you can put it on your desk yourself.
Apologies. May I take it so I can put it on the desk?
Sure.
Siegfried, the whole time you're standing here, he is still prying at the book and sometimes smashing it on there.
I take it, I go put it on his desk, and then I'm standing here going, oh fuck, where would this key be?
Anything from the peanut gallery in the south there, Castalia Malgern?
I'm just looking at Malgern and, wondering if he wants to split some drinks.
Yeah, and I'm just like, as long as that thing ain't looking at me, I'm happy.
So I come back over here and go, what happened to your keys? Tell me what happened to your keys.
I think it's been established he doesn't really communicate good.
It's going to be a wisdom save from Rain again. It hurts.
Yeah.
It's a spike right through the head. Not a pike, so you're lucky, but a spike. And he's just repeating, so close.
I knew you were close, but where are your keys?
Okay, that'll be another wisdom save.
Oh no.
You're doing well in resisting this. I'm annoyed.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's 4 damage. And the best he can manage, of all the words you get, is Ermom Hill.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Did we lose Scott? Yeah, there he is. He's back.
Yes, it's in the note.
Yeah, Ermon Hill. Oh,
But
okay,
it
so
doesn't
what's up
sound sure. It sounds angry.
Okay, so something is Ermon Hill a place or person?
Malgern.
The only
Mom is a person.
And Castalia
And
also know.
I retrieved the book from my pack, actually.
Yep, and Castalia, you also know Ermon was a person. You know a bit more than Malgern, actually.
Yeah, I hand the book to Rain. I said, he's a person.
Of course, I start looking at the book.
Castalia, do you remember?
no, because memory not good.
Okay, in character, Castalia remembers Yoren told her about Ermon and how he went to Raxis and did not come back.
Wasn't he the really ugly one who was also really angry? Wasn't no.
He was
I resemble that remark.
He was incredibly dour. He was a full-on grudge bearer.
Yeah, he was the grumpy dwarf.
And the one who made the tosser.
Yeah.
And the book contains a few exploits of Ermon around the Sword Coast, mostly near Neverwinter. There's a few chapters where he even apparently traveled with Brunner Battlehammer. Probably fiction, that one.
I was gonna say, I know that name, and I'm pretty sure Melgern knows that name, too.
He does.
Yeah.
That is King Cheese of dwarves, really.
Yep.
So effectively, we're saying that this guy was here. And he probably stole the keys. I don't know.
You also know from the dates in the book and whatnot and the stories you've heard, Ermon died a century ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that's important.
Before Prenders was born.
So Ermin Hill. Wait, is that where ever this guy was buried?
Possibly.
Okay.
I cannot confirm or deny. I can only throw things at you and make you roll initiative.
Oh, are we rolling?
No.
I was fully
No,
prepared.
the only fight going on right now is Prenders in his book.
Is this where we are now, Ermin Hill?
No, where you are was flat. It had forest and an inn.
The last hill we went to had orcs and ogres on.
Yeah, none of you are locals.
Crap. Be nice if we had a map.
I think I did give you guys that option as well. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, I went to look for a map, but it was so goddamn expensive, I didn't take the option.
I'm regretting that decision. And the more I talk with him, the more I'm going to be owie. Do we have any potions left?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You got a new one.
Can I borrow?
Yeah, we have plenty of potions.
Can I have one? Because I don't have any on my person for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Well, why do you need one then, for obvious reasons?
Yeah.
I need to heal, and I don't. For some strange reason, I don't think lighting up the place with holy energy is going to be a very positive idea right now.
And I think Siegfried also recently restocked his use of bottles.
I think he thinks he needs all of them.
Well, Siegfried, would you kindly give me a potion so that I can try asking him more questions?
I just gave you
Oh,
one.
you did. Okay, which kind of potion was it?
Just a regular.
Okay,
That's your 2d4 plus 2. The rest of you, it's quite nice not to hear the whispers, although it's kind of ruined by this groaning wail of something that seems more distant than it is. Oh, beautiful. You can tell that came with Cornelius's sincere regard for your well-being.
Oh, you fucked it.
I passed pipeweed to Melgern.
He obviously was shaking the
graciously
bottle
thank
before he
him.
gave it to you.
Anyways, I turned back to my good friend and I go, "Did you lose your keys there, or is there a person there?"
You know the score.
Yep. Didn't make it that
Ooh.
time, so the full 7.
The whole 7, and also, as you look into the void of his eyes, you feel like you lose a little bit of yourself for a moment, and you realize you don't remember who he is, who the people around you are. You're standing in a room full of strangers. You know who you are. You know why you're here. You're sure you came with people, but they don't even have faces as you look at them. It's just...
I see a large cloud of smoke going off in the corner.
Yep. And there's just the... You look at Cornelius and you just see this rumpled skin that's folded in strange ways. There's hair jutting out of it. You look to Siegfried and it's just a mishmash of lopsided elements, and they're terrifying.
Oh god, so I'm going to immediately start running the F away.
And as you distance yourself, you try to collect your breathing and all. You notice they're not pursuing, and then you see them again. You know who they are. You feel whatever you feel towards them.
Oh,
And their
fuck.
faces make sense again.
Well, that was an experience and a half.
What happened?
And hell if I know, but all of you looked really weird and I didn't know who any of you were.
I take up the bottle that you've used for the health potion. It checks the expiration date.
It's good for another 3 days. At that point, it'll have to be taken off the shelf. You can still, drink it fine for a week or so. Everyone freaks out about it, thinks they should chuck it out immediately, but nah.
Was that from a reputable brand, or was that an off-label one?
Can we try another potion that doesn't apparently want to make me hallucinate? And...
Oh no, you know it wasn't the potion. You knew.
I know, but I'm trying to pretend it's the potion.
I only have one.
Oh dear, we've
left.
got a potion addict, do we?
No, that'll
Unless
be
you
Siegfried.
want to come talk to him.
That'll be Siegfried and ham-free. He's developed an addiction from all his use of potions. As he fights a drug cartel in Mexico.
So I go and I try to ask the same question again. Is this a place, or is this a person we're looking for?
Dee-ba-doo.
I did better this time.
You did? It's still 4 psychic. But he manages to whisper out. Place and Birrell.
Bureau?
Birrell.
Alright, so we're looking for a place. Alright.
Your actual in real life brain is getting fried.
Oh, hell. So I have a feeling we're gonna have to leave here and come back.
You sure?
Well, apparently this Ermin Hill is a place, and I know the name Birrell came over.
Yes, but why should we come back?
To open the book.
You're just gonna leave it with this creature?
He's gonna be fine. If something was going to happen, it already would have happened. I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything to the book. As it is, he's so weak that doubt he's would even be able to get out of the room if he wanted to.
At this point, he nearly breaks the table apart. You hear creaking wood as he keeps smashing the book off it.
Let us put this poor creature out of its misery.
Let's wait until we find out if we can do anything about it first.
I don't think there's much to do other than grant this creature its peace.
Let's wait until we can open the book, because we
Cleric,
might
you should
have
do
to...
your duty and put him down.
I can do that later, but I want to be able to open the book, because if we have to ask him any more questions and he's dead, it isn't going to work now, is it?
But the longer we leave him up, the more experiments he'll try.
No, I doubt. He only got up because he saw me. Like, here, if we put the book back into the compartment, then he can't open it.
Okay, you remove the book.
Alright, let's see how this works. I go to take the book. Say, can I see that?
Give me an athletics. At disadvantage.
Athletics at disadvantage. Okay.
Because you're exhausted.
Yes, I am.
You manage to stop it. He's trying to bring it down again to finish off a table in a way, and you just stop him completely. It feels like there is nothing pushing against you. You try to slide it from his hands, and for a moment there is a grip. But then one of the fingers just drops away. Like literally on the floor. Lands on Siegfried's foot. And this just slides free. He's now back to staring at you.
Alright, let me put this away. I will come back, and we'll try to unlock it, okay? I go to put the book back where we found it.
He follows you every step of the way. Trying to... He just ignores Siegfried. He might even just try to walk through him.
So...
And yeah, it closes with a slight hiss. And it seems sealed. You give it a tug and yeah, the lock's gone back in again.
So I turn to him and I say, go take your seat. We'll be back. We'll open the book. And hopefully we'll sort this whole mess out, alright?
He looks at the safe. And then just slowly goes back to his chair. But the whole time he's doing it, he's still staring directly at you.
Well, I go to pick up his finger that fell off. Because I remembered that, and I go to put it back with him.
There's no response, but his finger is returned.
I take a deep breath and I go, alright. So we have an idea of where we need to go now. Let's go and see if we can find out what the heck we're doing here.
And next time on D&D Rescue Below Raxis, the stairs. So yeah, any problems with next week?
I might be a little late,
Okay.
but other than that, no.
Anyone else?
I might be very tired.
That's okay. Just take some 4-hour energy, you'll be fine. Pump enough taurine into your heart to explode it. And yes, we'll be back next week then. As the mystery deepens. Or, you know, thins out a bit.
And Rain has a lot of splaining to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Got
love,
some explaining to do.
I love how we know exactly what we have to do. So let's go and find out what to do.
The plot thickens like a fine broth.
I mean, we do have another option. Somehow
Yeah, just go
secret
to
the book out of
Raxis.
there, and I can spend a couple of days trying to open the locks.
Well, why didn't Siegfried suggest that?
In front
We
of
just
something
have
that
to
wants
take
to
the
open.
book with us.
I'll be blunt. I doubt he's listening.
Well, time to kill the stream. We'll be back next week.